and gentlemen, and welcome to Hustler Baseball Grounds on the campus of Melbourne Central Catholic. Alan Slaughterzinski and Caleb Brown with you for yet another afternoon of Brevard County Prep Sports. Today, we've got varsity baseball action for you. We've got the 5-5 Melbourne Central Catholic Hustlers hosting the 8-8 Holy Trinity Tigers. Today's game is brought to you by Beach Wave Volleyball Club. Coach and Director Michelle Rycroft does an outstanding job. If you've got a student athlete interested in the game of volleyball or wants to hone their skills for the next level, 321-243-8456 or beachwavevolleyball.club. Today's game is also brought to you by 9 Rounds, located on Wickham Road in the Commons Shopping Center next to Publix. Go in for your free 30-minute workout. All right, let's get to work and tell you about today's game. First of all, let's talk about the Melbourne Central Catholic Hustlers, because when you talk about the MCC Hustlers, one name and one name only comes to mind. And while he won't admit that, I certainly will. And that one name is manager Tom Dooley. Tom Dooley is 4 wins shy of the magical mark of 600 career wins. Tom Dooley got his 500th career win back on March 18th, 2016. It was a 6-5 win over the Cocoa Beach Minutemen. And since then, all he's done is won Brevard County's last state championship. And oh, by the way, the Hustlers are the reigning 5A state champs. We're going to take a quick pause here as the national anthem is set to be played. We'll be back with the first pitch and tell you about Melbourne's or Holy Trinity in just a minute. Hey everybody, Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. For the best in local Space Coast sports coverage, log on to Facebook and follow us at Brevard Sports Network. If you're looking for top-notch youth, high school, and college coverage, once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook. You'll see interviews, broadcasts, game previews, game recaps. You'll see it all. Once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook.
Hi, this is Michelle Rycroft with Beach Wave Volleyball Club, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
All right, the national anthem has ended, and we are set for action here on the campus of MCC. This is Hustler Baseball Grounds, our first MCC broadcast of the year. Now, we've seen Holy Trinity before. Now, for Holy Trinity, there is one mission and one mission only today, and that is to do what the lacrosse team did a couple of weeks ago: capture the program's first win in quite some time. Now, for the lacrosse program, it was an ever capture the first program win ever against MCC. Today, for the Holy Trinity Tigers, well, let me just put it to you like this. The last time Holy Trinity beat MCC, George W. Bush was president. The number one song in the country was Say It Right by Nelly Furtado. The number one movie was Ghost Rider with Nick Cage. The most popular television show in the land was American Idol. And if you like video games, you were probably playing Ace Combat 6, Fires of Liberation. That last win came on February 22nd, 2007. That is the last time that the Tigers took down the Hustlers. 28 straight since then. Coach Dooley and his Hustlers have won over Melbourne Central Catholic. So obviously, the task is a tall one here today to get over that. But if ever there was an opportunity for this team to win, it is this year, no doubt about it. And talking to Coach, he feels good about it. And Coach Tom Kelsey told me last year it was a 2-1 win, so they got closer last year. So we're set for action. Leading off, we'll take you around the MCC infield here coming up in just a minute. But leading off is going to be number 33 for Holy Trinity. That's going to be, now the lineups, they got the lineups written down a little bit different for me today. That's going to be Cal Rethwish. So Rethwish will step in for the Tigers. You're going to have Rethwish with, okay, hang on here, with Carlson on deck. Trying to read the manager's writing. And the first pitch is lined down the left field line. Foul for strike one. So 0-1 on the hill today for MCC is number 22. That's Jack Paternoster. We'll give you Jack's numbers here coming up. 4 o'clock start, a little earlier than normal for us. The 0-1 pitch is a grounder over to the third baseman, throws, and a 1 out here. Nice play by the third baseman, Simcox. Caden Simcox, and there's 1 out. Again, that'll bring up Sal Carlson. First pitch to Carlson is a called strike. Strike one. 0-1 to Carlson. On deck is Hathaway, Wilson Hathaway. He's doing the pitching for Holy Trinity today. Paternoster, right-hander, rocks, kicks, fires. That ball is hit into shallow center field. Nice track underneath, hauled in for the second out by Nathan Westfield. So 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. No score between the Tigers and the Hustlers. Just underway here as Hathaway steps in. Could help himself here. See if the Tigers can get a little 2-out rally going. Paternoster rocks, kicks in the dirt. Ball 1. 0-1. Not used to these 4 o'clock starts, that is for sure. Jack Paternoster, and that ball is popped up behind third base, giving chases the shortstop and the third baseman, and a nice defensive play there by Caden Simcox will end the inning. So the Tigers go 1, 2, 3. No score. We'll be back with the bottom of the first here in just a minute. All right, welcome back here. All right, let's try to get a little more organized here, at least from my standpoint. Caleb's on top of it. He's got his new ladder, his new table, his new tripod. We borrowed an umbrella from the concession stand. So Caleb's doing well. It's me that's having the rocky start here today. So let's take you down the Melbourne Central Catholic lineup. Leading off is going to be number 1, Nathan Westfield. Batting second is going to be number 8, Pat Corley. Batting third is going to be the pitcher, number 22, Jack Paternoster. Batting fourth and catching actually is going to be number 24, Brian Esportoro Santo. All right, Esportoro Santo. Batting fifth And playing first base is number 7, Joe Canisteri, batting sixth. And DHing is going to be number 20, Nico Tellez, batting seventh. And playing right field is going to be number 4, Vince Varvaro, batting eighth. And playing second base is going to be number 99, Alexander Westfield, and batting ninth and playing third base is going to be number 11, Caden Simcox. On the hill today, as we had mentioned earlier, is Wilson Hathaway. Now, we saw Wilson against Merritt Island a little earlier this season, and Wilson had a pretty good outing in that game. The one thing that Holy Trinity did not do well in that game was field the ball. 6 errors in that particular contest, and, well, that was really the difference in that one. For Hathaway this year, Hathaway is 1-3, but he's got a 1.72 ERA on the bump. And again, his battery mate behind the plate is number 10, Luke Eiton. So we are set here. Bottom one. As Nathan Westfield steps in. Westfield with 2 RBIs on the year. 3 hits at the plate officially. And he's batting .444. I'm sorry, 13 hits. So Westfield steps in. And Hathaway's first pitch, low and inside for ball 1. 0-1, or 1-0, I should say, 1-0 to Westfield. Hathaway fires. That'll be a strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike here. You're all right. You're good. Okay. I'm glad you're not afraid of heights. 1-1 now. Ball bounces in the dirt. It'll be 2-1. Again, MCC 28 straight. But is this the year that the Tigers end the streak? The lacrosse team did it after losing. That just misses inside, and the count is 3-1 to the leadoff hitter, Nathan Westfield. On deck is Pat Corley. The 3-1, and that's a chopper foul, and the count will go full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'd like to welcome in all 3 of you watching here. Those 4 o'clock starts. That's a shot to the second baseman. Chopper up and over to first. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for the first out of the inning. It's White over there at second with a nice play. So 1 out, but keep in mind, Hathaway goes to a full count on the first batters. Pat Corley steps in. Paternoster on deck. First pitch, and he rocks that one into left field for a base hit. First pitch swinging, and the Hustlers have a man on first with 1 out with Paternoster coming up. First pitch swinging. I was always at first pitch. I believe in first pitch swinging unless it is completely and utterly out of the strike zone. I always felt like it was the best opportunity. The pitcher's trying to get ahead. 90% of the time, you know he's going to throw a strike. And if it's a fastball that you can go get it. And that's exactly what happened there. That'll be a strike. So strike 1 to Paternoster. modest lead at first. That ball is hit the other way, but foul. Paternoster batting 455 this year. He's got a 400 with a 455 on base percentage, an OPS at 888, and a slugging percentage of 433 this season. And that'll be strike two. So quickly, Hadaway is ahead. Change up, chopper to the shortstop in the hole, and it gets over the glove of the shortstop, rounding second and heading to third. And runners at first and third now with just one out here. Good heads-up play by Corley. So Paternoster reaches on a base hit. Corley at third, and that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, number 24, Bryant Espiritu Santo. Espiritu Santo steps in, right-handed hitter, and with an opportunity here. He's batting .259 on the season. He's got 12 hits, a double, 11 singles, and 4 RBIs. Number 5 is sitting right there at third base, and the first pitch offering was a strike. 0-1. Hadaway checks the runner. Runner goes at first, and that'll be a stolen base. Catcher's indifference. So now it's second and third with one out. Yeah, I'd give that up all day. That's good, yeah. So that's going to be high for a ball. So now 2 RBIs out there for Espiritu Santo. One out. On deck is Canistrari. Here's the pitch, high, and that is a, well, I guess we misjudged that one. That's a 4-pitch walk. Wait a minute, what that's the count. We screwed that count up, huh? So that'll load the bases. So, yeah, we completely misjudged that one.
4 o'clock's too early.
Yeah. So Canistrari is up. The pinch runner at first is going to be Corey Willis. So bases juiced here, one out. Bottom one, MCC added already here. Pitch, that'll be a strike. I know that's a strike. I heard it. Canistrari, a .219 hitter this season. Looking to break out here. That'd be nice for Coach Dooley here. The pitch from Hadaway, swing, foul tip into the catcher's glove for strike 2. 2 runners in scoring position. Bases are loaded. One out. No score. Bottom one. Hadaway steps off the rubber. Hadaway trying to battle out of trouble here. Pitch. Changeup is hit in the hole. Shortstop has it, but he's not going to be able to make a play. He does save a run, though, and that's going to be a base hit for Canisteri, and it's 1-0. MCC on top. Still just one out. Bases will still be loaded. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 20, Nico Tellez. And Tellez pops this up. Play. Opportunity there. Right into your living room. Good try, good try. 0-1. was fun. That'll be a strike 2. So nothing and 2 to tell us. The 0-2. He went. That'll be 2 outs now. Strike 3. Two outs, base is still loaded. And that'll bring up number 4, Vince Varvaro. Varvaro, pay attention, Caleb. Varvaro is a left-handed stick. Batting 190 this year. Pitch. That'll catch the outside corner for strike 1. Opportunity here. So far, just 1 run in for MCC. Bases are loaded. Remember that play that the shortstop made to dive and get that ball. Here's the pitch. Foul tip, strike 2. So Hadaway, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning with minimal, and I do mean minimal, damage. He had the bases loaded with 1 out, and the shortstop is Carlson, who had excellent play there to save a run. Hadaway, the 0-2 to Varvaro. That ball didn't do anything for him, and that'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. I guess if you're going to waste one, that's how you do it. One and 2. That ball is a chopper to the shortstop, who has a hard time, and that's going to be an error, and we were just praising Carlson. He bobbles that one. The error will allow a run to score, and bases will remain loaded. And the Hustlers take a 2-0 lead. And this is going to bring up number 99, Alexander Westfield. Pitch from Hadaway. Strike right down Babcock Street. 0-1. The 0-1. That ball is torched up the middle. This will score 2 runs for sure. Nice piece of hitting. And the error leads to 2 more runs, and it's 4-0 Melbourne Central Catholic. Straight up the middle goes Alexander Westfield. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Simcox, Caden Simcox. So Hadaway with runners now at first and second. 4 in. Be outside for ball 1. I'd like to welcome in Nicole Poudrier watching here on the Brevard Sports Network. 4-0 early lead here for the Hustlers. That ball is lined into left field. Opportunity, nice grab. Good stab by the left fielder there. That is number 2, Hunter Leach. But that'll end the inning. But not before the Melbourne Central Catholic Hustlers bring in 4 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, 2 left. We head to the top of 2, 4-0 MCC. Oh, all right. Welcome back. I'd like to welcome in my man, Mr. Charles Flowers. Haven't seen Mr. Flowers in a while, but welcome back, Charles. Good to see you. It should be a good baseball game. Holy Trinity's got to field the ball a little bit better, and I think we'll settle in here. That's going to bring up, though, Luke Eiton to the dish, and first pitch offering is a ball. They need base runners here, so you can't be up there just swinging at anything right now. That'll be a strike. Good-looking pitch there for 1-1 from Paternoster. Paternoster with a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. Here comes the 1-1. That ball is popped out of play. We keep our eye on the car on that one. And I got the car. You keep your eye on the camera. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Luke Eiton. He is a sophomore. That'll be a ball, 2-2. Paternoster cruising right along here. Eiton comes in batting .436 this year. That ball gets away from the catcher, and the count will go full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Charles Flowers says this will be a good baseball game. Indeed, I believe that. Last time, if you're just joining us, the last time Holy Trinity beat MCC, February 22nd, 2007. 2007. Paternoster full count pitch to Eiton. And that ball is stroked into center field for a full count leadoff base hit by Eiton. And the Holy Trinity Tigers have their first hit of the game and a runner aboard. And that's going to bring up number 2, Hunter Leach. Leach comes in batting .308 this year for Coach Kelsey and the Tigers. Modest lead at first. Paternoster winds, kicks, fires the ball in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher to block it. Ball 1. Catcher is Esperanto. Left-handed batter here, so we always got to pay attention. We're down the right field line. And back in plenty of time is Eiton. Eiton over at first has 3 stolen bases this year. The pitch, that changeup is lofted into center. Good track by the center fielder for the first out. Back to first base goes Eiton. Nice track there by Alexander Westfield. Well, I'm sorry, that wasn't Westfield. That was Nick Westfield. I knew I would do that. That's going to bring up another left-handed stick, number 6. Don't have it. I guess that's Baldwin. It is Baldwin. So Baldwin steps in. Jonathan Baldwin. Baldwin batting .250 this year. Eiton at first, 1 out. Four runs in the bottom of the first for MCC. 2 errors aided 3 of those runs. Baldwin's first pitch, that hits him, and that'll put a runner at first and second with just 1 out now. So it'll be up to Cass Werder. Werder, a 200 hitter. He's got 4 hits and 6 official. I'm sorry, that's the wrong player. He's got 2 hits and 10 official at-bats. Werder, a right-handed batter. Eiton at first. Eiton at second. Baldwin at first. The pitch, that'll be just off the plate for ball 1. It is a beautiful day outside. We've got this umbrella here. I'll show you the setup here in just a second. You're not going to believe your eyes when you see it. I promise you, you're not. because I still can't believe it. And the good news is I can show you the setup because I have the main. I'm in control of the main camera. So give me just a second and I'll show it to you. Pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. That's Caleb underneath an umbrella on a ladder. That's strike two. Caleb does an excellent job under some abnormal circumstances sometimes. And to say this is an abnormal circumstance was really just understating it. And that is a ground ball to the third baseman. He drops it and misses the tag, and the error by the third baseman will load the bases. All you got to do is make contact, and that's what happens there. And now the bases are juiced for Holy Trinity. Let's see if they can cash in the same way MCC did and take advantage of a misstep there by a fielder as Grayson Christie steps in. Christie, the right fielder, 222 batter, sophomore. Paternoster high for a ball. Still just one out, bases loaded. 4-0 MCC, but certainly Holy Trinity threatening here. Paternoster rocks, kicks, and fires. That ball is looped into left field, but an outstanding grab. This will be, no, he did not. Thought he doubled up, but an outstanding grab there by the left fielder to come in. He stayed patient on the ball. That's that is Reith. Reith, who's being DH for outplaying left field. Matt Reith with an outstanding catch for the second out of the inning. And did a run score? And indeed, a run does score on the tag up. So it's 4-1. So runners now at first and second with two outs. I tell you, if Reith doesn't get that, that ball rolls into no man's land, and the base is empty. And that's a chopper foul behind the third base bag. It'll be 1-1. 4-1 is the score. 5 runs in the first inning and 2/3 here. And we are back to the top of the lineup. We're near it anyway. So back down to first. Got him. They got him. Great play by Espirisanto, the catcher, down the first baseman. Canestrari, and he laid the tag down, and that'll end the inning. That is a 2-3 putout. So Holy Trinity gets 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors, 2 left. We head to the bottom of the second, 4-1, Hustlers on top. All right, welcome back here to Melbourne Central Catholic live from MCC. The Hustlers 5-5, taking on Holy Trinity 8-8. Stepping in is going to be number 1. This is going to be Westfield. We're back to the top of the lineup. All 9 batters batted in the first inning. So the first pitch offering to Westfield, that is Nathan Westfield, is a ball. That'll be a strike. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. High, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Or 2 balls, 1 strike. I'm giving the poor kid another strike here. Got to get used to this 4 o'clock start thing. 4-1, MCC on top. Hadaway rocks, kicks, fires, changeup, curveball. Couldn't tell from here, but it doesn't do anything, and the count is 3-1. I got you. I got that. You worry about that. Low, ball 4, and that's a leadoff walk, and certainly not what Coach Kelsey was looking for. So Nathan Westfield is on. That's going to bring up shortstop number 8, Pat Corley. Corley reached his first time up on a single. Modest lead at first for Westfield. He's back in time. High for a ball. One ball, no strikes. That ball gets away and down to second base easily goes Hadaway. A lot of times when you're trailing in a game like this, as a pitcher, a lot of times you just go get the batter. Go get the batter. 1 ball, no strikes. I get it. The leadoff guy is a speedy guy, and you want to keep him close, and you want to try to prevent him from stealing a base. But when you're down 4-1, a lot of times you just got to go get the batter. And now Corley squares the bunt, pulls the bat back, and it's 2-0. So Hadaway in a bit of trouble again here to start the bottom half of the second inning. Nobody out. Runner at second. And a 2-0 count. Hitters count to Pat Corley. The pitch. And that ball is up the middle, and he'll be held. Nice play to get the ball in. So now first and third with nobody out. And that's going to bring up the pitcher. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's going to bring up the pitcher. Yep, indeed. Number 22, Jack Paternoster. So Paternoster with a great opportunity here to help his cause. Already on top, 4-1. Looking to add more here. Hadaway. You can expect the runner to go here at any time. Paternoster swings and fouls it back for strike 1. Oh, and 1 pitcher to pitcher. Nice bunt, and it is perfectly executed because Paternoster is going to pick up an RBI, and it's going to be 5-1. Great job by Paternoster to lay that down. 1 out, runner at second base now. So he gets the sacrifice, he gets the RBI, and a great call by skipper Tom Dooley. Love that call. Wasn't a squeeze because he wasn't running, but he certainly got in there. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Espor Santo, who had a big hit his first time up, and that's a big cut. He was looking to hit that ball over to Florida Tech. Strike one. Holy Trinity looking to end a 28-game losing streak to MCC and not looking good at the moment. Pitch to Espirisanto outside for a ball. 1-1. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to stop on the way home and get a. I'll tell you here in a second. Tell you what we're going to buy for that ladder for you. Pitch. That ball is looped into right field. And that's a good track in the sun. Runners will tag the throw. Here's the play. Got him. Great play by the right fielder. Outstanding throw for the double play. That's how you kill a threat. That was Grayson Christie with the shot from right field to end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We head to the top of 3, 5-1 MCC. All right, we're ready to go here. Top 3, 5-1 Hustlers on top and leading off with a single straight up the middle. Good piece of hitting there by, that's number 7, Hunter Leach. And Hunter, oh no, check that, I'm sorry, that's Hewitt. Hold on here, I'm looking for his number. Cole Hewitt, junior center fielder. Okay, so Cole Hewitt with the hit, and that ball is hit down the line and rounding first and heading into second with a stand-up double is the leadoff hitter, Cal Rethwish, and second and third now here for Holy Trinity with nobody out. A lot of action in this one. Fast and furious going here. Where is Vin Diesel? This is going to bring up Sal Carlson. Carlson grounded out his first time up, but now an opportunity here. Tigers trail at 5-1, but Rethwish with a double. That'll be a strike. Strike one, 0-1. And the top of the third, 5-1 Hustlers up. Paternoster on the bump for MCC. And they throw a pickoff attempt over at third. Jack Paternoster just lobs one over, keeping the runner close. First base is open. Paternoster rocks and fires, turns to bunt. It was not. They did not get him. But I tell you what, it's a good thing that wasn't a suicide squeeze. That'll be strike two. If you're going to turn to bunt, you got to make contact with the runner at third. Got to make contact. So Carlson now in the hole. 0-2. Nobody out. Paternoster's 0-2 curveball. Outside and low for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second. Rethwish. Runner at third. Hewitt. Pitch. Curveball. That's a Butte Clark from Paternoster for the first out of the inning. Drop that one in there right off the table for strike 3. Much needed strikeout. And that's going to bring up Wilson Hadaway. So pitcher to pitcher here. Paternoster to Hadaway. That ball right behind the catcher. He finds it. But that was a ball. Ball one. 1-0. For as much action as we had and as many runs as we're scoring, this game's moving surprisingly fast. Paternoster's pitch, swing and a miss over the top, and that'll even it up at a ball and a strike. That song by Nelly Furtado now is now stuck in my head. Say It Right. That was the number 1 song in the land. Just below the knees, 2-1. That was the number 1 song in the land when the last time that Holy Trinity beat MCC, February 22nd, 2007. Pitch. That's strike. That's a tough pitch to take. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top 3, 5-1. Hustlers looking to make it 29 in a row. Paternoster. Curveball just misses. Count will go full at 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate you, man. I really do. Charles says Brevard Sports Network is the best. Thank you, sir. 3-2. Paternoster rocks, kicks. That ball is looped. That's going to be a base hit. That'll drive in at least 1 and maybe 2. They're going to try. Actually, they hold him up. Coach was waving him home, then changed his mind. Good play to hold him up there. You don't run yourself out of an inning. You pick up a run, and now you have runners at first and third with 1 out. Good piece of hitting there. And that's going to bring up Luke Eiton, who reached on a base hit his last time up. Eiton. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses. Strike 1 to Eiton. We don't have the personnel to keep pitch counts, but I would guess that both of these pitchers are approaching a time and period where both managers would be concerned. And that ball is chopped foul, and quickly Eiton falls behind 0-2. Would be growing concerned about the number of pitchers that have gone deep in counts. We've only had one 1-2-3 inning to start, and that was the top of the first. Paternoster set the Tigers down. Back over to first. Nice job there. Nearly got him. We've already seen a pickoff from Espirisanto, the catcher for MCC. Picked off a runner. Paternoster's 0-2. That ball is popped up and foul. Can he get it? Almost. That ball will bounce out of play. Again, in your living room. We are just in the top of the third inning. I couldn't imagine that we would have one foul ball hit the entire game, but we've already had two hit over here. Pitch. It just missed. Espirisanto's got to be careful there. The count stays. That's actually a ball, so a ball and 2 strikes. Good job, Caleb. You're the man, Caleb. You're the man. Caleb's got a fresh haircut today. Looks good. Paternoster's pitch. And he was waiting on that one. That'll be a base hit. Had to hold up to see, but it'll score a run. The runner, good job base running there. And just like that, we've got us a ball game. And that was a beautiful piece of hitting by Luke Eiton. That was a pitch that he started to lunge for and swing at. He held up. He was patient. He stroked it into center field for a base hit. Now you got runners at first and second with just one out. And the batter is Hunter Leach. Paternoster's pitch. Ball 1. Excellent job of base running that time. That'll be a strike. 1-1 now. Looking in the MCC bullpen, it is active, as was the Holy Trinity bullpen a moment ago. You got a right-hander and a left-hander warming up. Back to second base. I tell you what, I'm impressed with the. Nah, Charles, that's you, buddy. You are the man. I appreciate you for sure. The execution of the pickoff moves. Tom Dooley's been doing this since 1989. He's been the head coach here. That ball is shot into right field. That'll score the runner from second, and it's 5-4. They got a pickle now on Eiton. So that's unfortunate. But it's 5-4 as Wilson Hadaway scores on the single. And all of a sudden, it's a one-run game. And that's the one thing, base running. Excellent base running on the play before. Right there, not so much. As Jonathan Baldwin steps in, the left-handed stick of Baldwin. Baldwin's a big young man. Now there's 2 outs and a runner at second. Paternoster trying to get himself out of this. Base hit ties the game, likely. Here's the pitch, and there's a chopper to the second baseman. Up and over to first, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Holy Trinity Tigers have closed the gap to within a run. They get 3 of them on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the third. It's a 5-4 game. All right, we head to the bottom of the third, and we're just chit chatting between innings, and it's a good game. Look, I mean, we've seen some errors, we've seen some missteps on the base path, but we've also seen some clutch hitting, some good pitching, and some good fielding. So we've had it all here, and we're just in the bottom of the third inning. Again, if you're just joining us, Melbourne Central Catholic leads Holy Trinity 5-4. The Tigers looking to join their brothers from the lacrosse side of the equation by snapping a 20-plus game losing streak to MCC. Lacrosse did it about a week and a half ago with a big win over at Holy Trinity. And today, the baseball team is scratching and clawing their way through this one as it's 5-4. They trailed 4-0 and have come all the way back to make it a one-run game. Should they win, they would snap a losing streak that has spanned back to February 22nd, 2007. George Bush was president at the time. 5,500 plus days since MCC has lost to Holy Trinity. And you know me and my stats, right? So you know I have the exact number of days, by the way. You know I'm just fumbling through my notes to find them. Yep, that would be. Oh, I erased it. Oh, no, I didn't. There it is. How about 5,159 days, 14 years, 1 month, and 17 days, or 169 months? That's a losing streak. But it's a new ball game now as we go to the bottom of inning number 3. 4 in the first for MCC, 1 in the second for Holy Trinity, 0-1-3. Pitch, and we've got a new pitcher on the bump for Holy Trinity. It is number 6, Jonathan Baldwin. Baldwin steps in, takes over duties. We'll give you Baldwin's numbers here coming up. He's a tall one out there. Baldwin this year, according to the stats anyway, this is just his second appearance of the year. Pitch. That's going to be 2 balls and a strike. Two and one. That'll be strike 2, 2-2. Trying to see the number of the player at bat. I believe it is Reith. Pitch fouled out of play. So the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Reith is the batter for MCC. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is Canistari, Joe Canistari. Reith is being DH for by Telez. High, ball 3, 3-2. Trying to keep it together here. Bowden now full count on his first batter. Here's the pitch to Canistari outside, ball 4, and there's a leadoff walk, which absolutely drives you nuts if you're a manager to put the leadoff guy aboard, because there's 2 expressions in baseball. First one is walks will kill you, and the second one is the leadoff batter scores 70% of the time. So both a positive for MCC in this equation. Canistari is at first. Bowden now faces Telez, the designated hitter, and that'll be strike 1. Nobody out, bottom 3 here. Yeah, this is Bowden's 3rd appearance. He's got an ERA of 21, so he had a bad inning his first time in. Pitch. belt high, but too high for the home plate umpire's liking. So the count will move to a ball and a strike. Here, 5-4. Hustlers on top. Bottom three. We play 7, 4 o'clock start today. No lights here on the baseball field. Pitch. That ball is popped up, and that's going to just miss the dugout steps there, or track area of the dugout. But that's nothing but a foul ball strike. Count moves to 1-2. One and two. There you see skipper Tom Dooley there on first base. I believe that's Coach Dooley there at first. 33 years. 596 career wins. 4 away from the magical 600 pitch. Not sure where that ball's missing. Must be inside. That's 3-1. Coach Kelsey wondering the same thing here. Actually, he called it a strike. All right, that's what I thought. So that's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, nobody out. Not a big lead at first. Baldwin throws it away, and didn't matter what the lead was, because heading down to second base is going to be Canisteri on the errant throw over to first by Baldwin. And now there's a runner at second. Count stays at 2-2. That one just took off on him. Again, another case where the lead wasn't that big, and you're working on the batter. Get the batter. TTB. There's the pitch in the dirt. Ball 3. So now the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Get the batter. Just missed. I mean, just missed. That's a walk. So Baldwin comes on, and 2 straight walks. And that's going to bring up Alexander Westfield. I keep looking at the position instead of the number. That's going to bring up Vince Vivaro. Sorry. Vivaro steps in. My apologies. Squares the bunt. I like the idea there. Advance the runners. We've already seen MCC score a run with a runner at third bunting. It wasn't a suicide squeeze, but the pitcher actually laid that one down. Paternoster laid it down. Baldwin high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now. So Baldwin in a bit of trouble. Struggling to find the strike zone consistently here, and out to the mound goes the pitching coach. And I think the message here is just throw strikes. And I mean, I know it might be an obvious one, but just throw strikes. Yeah. The head coach is Tom Kelsey, and your assistant coaches are Mike Coscarella, Shane Leach, Mike Neal, Derek Pizan, and Carl Rethwich. Those are your assistants. And I apologize, I'm not sure which one of the assistants that is. I know it's not Coach Kelsey. The batter is Vince Varvaro. He's got a runner at first and a runner at second. He squares the bunt. First baseman comes in. Here's the 2-0, and that'll be 3 balls and no strikes now. Obvious take situation. You may even take till he throws you 2 here. And why not? Nobody up and throwing in the Tigers bullpen. And he squares the bunt again on 3-0, but ball's in the dirt for ball 4, and that'll load the bases with nobody out. Now stepping in is going to be the number 99, Alexander Westfield. And that's going to do it. This is Coach Kelsey. So we are going to get a new pitcher this time. I'm pretty positive of it. And he takes the ball. And he looks around. And he says, I nominate So this looks like it's going to be number 32. Takes the ball. 33, my apologies. And that is Cal Rethwich. So Rethwich steps in now, and he is only going to be asked to come in and get 3 outs with the bases loaded. Rethwich on the year, 5 1/3 innings pitch. He's allowed 5 hits, 5 runs, 2 of them earned. He has walked 6, struck out 11, faced 28 batters, 22 official at-bats. Opponents are batting just 182 against him. But again, he is being asked to come in. And I think the first thing you try to do is, the first thing you want to do is whatever you do, you keep that ball low. You keep that ball from about the middle of the thighs down, because anything hit, you want to keep it on the ground. You want to try and turn 2 here. That's the goal. Turn 2. If you got to give up a run to do it, you give up a run to do it. You've already proved that you can score 2. You've got 4 runs through 3 innings. So, but you don't want anything belt high or higher, and to give them an opportunity to drive anything, because a hit will likely score 2. And with nobody out, you certainly don't want that. So the hope here is for a double play ball or a strikeout. The obvious, of course, if you're a baseball fan, but that's what I have to talk about while he's warming up.
The pitcher now moves to first base.
Pitcher Baldwin moves over to first base. As Westfield steps back in. Alexander Westfield, that is. So Rethwich and Westfield will do battle with the bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch just misses, ball 1. I like the location though. I don't stray far from there. I be honest with you, I may even try to come back there again. He does, and that time he gets a strike. 1-1. Yeah, I think this is perfect. That's right where you want to be with it right now. And that ball is hit into the gap, track, caught. It'll score a run, but that is indeed a nice job on the track by the right fielder, number 34, Grayson Christie, who's made a couple of nice plays out there today. So Westfield with an RBI fly out, and it's 6-4, 1 out. Runners now at first and second. You see, he got that ball up a little bit, and he was able to drive it a little bit. This is going to bring up Simcox, the third baseman. Here's the pitch. Just misses for a ball. Simcox, Caden Simcox, that is. Rethwich gets the first out of the inning. Pitch. Ball is popped up. Easy play for the shortstop, and he makes it, and that's a perfect scenario right there for the second out here in the bottom of the third. So they go from bases loaded with nobody out to runners at first and second with just 1 in, and an outstanding job thus far by Cal Rethwich. And we go back to the top of the order with Nathan Westfield. That'll be a strike. Strike 1. Rethwich rocks, fires, change up, hit to the first baseman, Bowden, and he misplays it, and that'll score 1 run. And over the third base, catcher keeps it. Oh, no. Okay, the catcher did a good job keeping that in front. Bowden misplayed that one, and that'll cost him a run there. And it's 7-4. Ball took a wicked hop, but it'll be an error. And now you're going to have runners at second and third with 2 outs. And Corley up. Pat Corley steps in. First base is open. Rethwich there. Nice job by Rethwich. Got the pitch he was looking for. Here's the pitch. That'll be a ball. Rethwich crossed up his catcher, and I'm going to tell you what, his catcher did a good job there too.
Again, there's a lot of room between that backstop fence and home plate.
Catcher's now showing number 4. Or no, I'm sorry, it's number 10, Luke. Eichen did a good job there on that throw in because that ball bounced, and Eichen threw his entire face in front of that. Pitch from Rethwich, and that's a chopper up the middle. Tough play. He looks, throws, won't get the runner to, and this is a play at the plate. Did he get him? The ball's out of the glove. Safe. 2-run score, and that's unfortunate. Great base running by. Heads up base running by MCC. 2 more runs will score. And it should be 8-9-4. So, unfortunately, Rethwich not getting a lot of help there from his infielders. Shortstop went to flip to second. You see him? And you got to know the situation. And unfortunately, that time he thought he had a force, and that split second then caused him to hurry the throw. And I look, I would love for all of these young men to make outstanding plays, but and I'm not picking on them by any stretch of the imagination. I love these kids, and I love the jobs that they do out there and the effort and the work that they put in. But when something like that happens, it's our job to point it out as delicately as we can, and it's a coaching opportunity. And that ball is hit into, and that's going to drop, and that'll score the 10th MCC run. Nice piece of hitting there by Paternoster, the pitcher, and he helps his calls. But, as an announcer and, a guy that's played a lot of sports, and, that's a coaching opportunity. You have to know the situation. And so 10-4. Still 2 outs. Rethwich has come in relief, and he's done a good job. Got those outs right away, and then the wheels fell off the apple cart in terms of fielding. Pitch. There's a chopper foul. And that'll even the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Warming up in the bullpen is Lannis Braxton. A runner's going to go to second. Catcher went to throw and lost the grip on the ball, so that'll be, I'm just going to leave the runner at second. Had him there already. That was high for a ball, though. I was just predicting the future. Last night, I could tell you where you live. Today, I can predict the base they're going to end up on. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So now deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Espirito Santo at the dish. 10-4 MCC. Of the 10 runs they have, 7 of them unearned. Curveball just misses, and the count will go full. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. That ball is roped into left field, rounding third and headed for home is Paternoster, and it's 11-4 MCC, and they have broken it wide open here in the bottom half of inning number 3 with a 7-run lead now. Good piece of hitting by Esperanto, and he'll get a pinch runner, which will be Corey Willis. And this will bring up Canestrari. Swing and a miss for strike 1 on Canestrari. Pitch. The ball is popped up in foul territory. Catcher looking, makes the play for the third and final out of the inning. But I'll tell you, MCC with a great job there, capitalizing on several errors in the inning. They get 6 runs on just 3 hits, 3 errors, and 1 left. We head to the top of the 4th. It's 11-4. Melbourne Central Catholic on top. All right, sorry about that. I had to take a little extended break there. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Number 14 is up at the plate. That ball is fouled out of play. Check that. That's Grayson Christie, who's made a couple of nice plays in right field today. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Christie. 11-4. a 6-run third inning. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 6 in the third. Pitch, strike 3 called. 2 outs. We're going to keep it right here between innings because we're going to go over the rankings in the area. Max Preps has released their rankings this week, and so has Space Coast High School Baseball.com, and so has Brevard Sports Network. So we're going to give you the Super 7 poll as Brevard Sports Network sees it, with a combination of all three, if you will. So 2 outs here. Paternoster now cruising along here. And when you have a 7-run lead, you can take an extra deep breath, work from the windup and just let it go. And that's what he's done this inning here. He had 1-1-2-3 inning. That ball is fouled out of play. That'll be a ball and a strike, 1-1. Top 4. What do we got tomorrow, Caleb? Here's the pitch in the dirt for a ball. 2-1. Caleb keeps me up with what we got going on. Rockledge at Bayside Softball tomorrow. Should be a good one. Pitch. Low and inside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. That'll be a walk, and I've jinxed him. So a 2-out walk. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Cal Rethwich. Rethwich actually took over. Now, when you see his line, you'll say, well, he gave up all those runs, but they were all unearned. And he came in and got the first 2 outs, like bam, bam, and it looked like he was going to get out of it. And then the ground ball to the first baseman, and there goes the runner down the second base to throw. Nice backup there by the shortstop. Oh, I'm sorry. It was the shortstop that backed up there. I was going to say it should be the shortstop backing up. The second baseman should be covering because it's a right-handed batter. That was a ball in the dirt, so 1-0. And there's a grounder to the third baseman. Not sure why the guy at second base wasn't running, but that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 11-4. MCC on top of Holy Trinity. All right, we were telling you that we were going to keep it here between innings to tell you about the Super 7 poll baseball ranking. So Max Preps has it Rockledge 1, O'Galley 2, Vieira 3, Merritt Island 4, Satellite 5, Melbourne 6, and Titusville number 7. Space Coast High School Baseball has it O'Galley 1, Rockledge 2, Vieira 3, Merritt Island 4, Satellite 5, MCC 6, and Palm Bay 7. Factoring those 2 in, and based off of what we have seen this year, Brevard Sports Network has it O'Galley 1. We've got Rockledge 2. We've got Vieira 3. We've got Merritt Island 4. We've got Satellite 5. We've got Titusville 6. And Melbourne 7. So that's how we have it. So you take your pick as to which one you like. Throw the rest out the door. I'm not talking about the teams. I'm talking about the rankings because the coaches hate them. Coaches absolutely hate them. But I'll tell you, Bobby Collins has got him another good team this year. 15-2 this year. They get another win last night. And, of course, Rockledge and what Greg Claiborne is doing year in and year out. Coach Claiborne's got 3 pitchers, and that's all you need. He's got 3 student athletes over there that can throw in the 90s. Go ahead. Go get it. that can throw in the 90s over there. And when you get into the postseason, to have 3 arms like that, that is a major, major benefit. So, because you only have to throw 2 of them. So keep your eyes on Rockledge. As good as O'Galley is, I don't know that they have Rockledge's arms. And Coach Claiborne told me that himself. So I'm not talking about O'Galley. I mean, with the arms, he loves his pitching this year. He really does. And so
It almost reminds me of the pitching he had back in 2015, where you had a Mason
he
Still,
that's
Austin Dennis, and Drew Parrish.
Caleb. It's funny you say that. Caleb is saying that Caleb was a part of that team, as a videographer for the team back in 2015 with Mason Studstill, Drew Parrish, and Austin Dennis. And so Caleb's talking about that team and comparing this staff to that team. And that's a good comparison, Caleb, because that's exactly who Coach Claiborne made the comparison to. All right, we head to the bottom of the 4th, 11-4. And we've got another new pitcher in, and it is number 13, Lenois Braxton pitching. Side armor. And Braxton delivers a strike there, so it's 1-1. That'll be 2 balls and a strike. Hit him. So the leadoff hitter is aboard again for MCC. This is the 4th inning, and 3 times. Actually, yep, 3 times we've had the leadoff guy aboard, and all 3 times he has scored. And that'll bring up Vince Rivero, and that'll be a strike to Rivero. Braxton, a right-handed pitcher, makes the move over to first. From what I'm seeing, there he is. And that ball is dropped into left field for a base hit by Rivero, and runners now at first and second with nobody out as Alexander Westfield steps up. So Lanos this year, 11 innings pitched. He's allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 8 so far this season. Opponents are batting 175 against him. As Westfield, Alexander steps in, he looks at strike 1. Pitch. That ball is shot into center field, straight at the center fielder. On the track, hauls it in, 1 out. Runners stay put. A lot of times that is not as easy to field as it looks. The ones hit at you a lot of times cause the missteps. There is a chopper to the shortstop, over to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. So 2 outs now, with runners at first and third. And we go back to the top of the order with Nathan Westfield. I don't know why I want to keep calling this young man Nick. Nathan Westfield. Pitch. Sidearm off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Took a lot off of that one. 1-1. 11-4, MCC on top. Skipper Tom Dooley, 4 wins away from the magical 600 career wins. Pitch just misses. Good job by the catcher to try to fool the home plate umpire. Fooled me. 2-1, 2 outs. Runners now at second and third. Catcher indifference on the taking base. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, and the count will move to 3 balls and a strike. As I said, first base is open. That'll be a walk. So the bases are being loaded again. This is the 4th time in the game that the bases have been loaded. 4 separate times, twice in 1 inning before, as the number 2 hitter will come up. Pat Corley. So there you see on your screen on the Beachway Volleyball Club scoreboard, the bases are juiced. That'll be a strike. Strike 1. Coming up tonight, speaking of MCC, myself and former Melbourne Central Catholic graduate Hunter Steele be talking a little bit of sports. And that is a chopper foul. And the count will go to 0-2. That'll be 9:30 tonight. We're also going to talk to the satellite volleyball coach, Darren Bolton, tonight. We're going to talk to Coach Bolton about got the go-ahead recently for sand volleyball courts in Brevard County. His Scorpions get a big victory over Merritt Island the other day. High inside for a ball on the beach. That is a tremendous win. It's the first time they've ever beaten them on the sand. Pitch. Outside. The count will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll have Deuces Wild now. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Corley. Here's the pitch. And Corley with a grounder foul over by the MCC dugout. Nine regular season games left for Coach Dooley and the opportunity to. And there's a shot to the shortstop. Fields it, flips to second for the 3rd and final out. So we get set to head to the top of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 left. 11-4. Hustlers on top of the Tigers. I forgot to unmute us that inning. Anyway, Luke Eiton with the base hit. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. It is 11-4 as we head to the bottom of the fifth. I see there's Stephanie Durgin on. We were just talking about Nick Durgin and about how I saw him hit a ball. I'm pretty sure it was Nick. Hit a ball over that scoreboard out there in left center field. The game I was broadcasting here back in 2019. Right now, the MCC Hustlers with an 11-4 lead over the Holy Trinity Tigers. And I'll tell you, 28 in a row they've won over Holy Trinity. And, you know, they are private school rivals in this area. Private school or not, MCC is the defending Class 5A state champs. And you might say, well, they didn't win a state championship in 2020. Nobody did. And the last team to win a state championship, by the way, was in Class 5A, was MCC, as the leadoff batter is again aboard, this time hit by pitch. That 6-3 victory over Cardinal Gibbons in the state championship game a couple of years ago. What a run that was for Durgin and Dooley and company. 2 state championships for Coach Tom Dooley, 2013 and 2019. That 6-3 game over Cardinal Gibbons was quite a lot of fun to watch. Runner at first, nobody out. Durgin, of course, pitcher of record, I believe, in the game before that, I think. Pitch, low and inside for a ball. Stephanie, how is Nick doing? If you could let us know. Here's the pitch, and that ball is scorched into left field for a base hit, and the Hustlers with runners at first and second and nobody out, and it's just something to keep in the back of your mind. If they can plate 4 or 3 here in this inning, they'll end it. That was Esperasanto. This is going to bring up Canestrari, who made an outstanding play over at first last inning defensively. I think this is going to be the last pitcher of the day we see from MCC. Braxton Lanos. Off speed pitch hits him. That'll load the bases. The second HBP this inning. I can hand that to you. And so that's going to bring up Tellez. And there is a chopper. This is a tough play. Throws over to first. He's got the runner at first, but another run will score. That'll be the first out of the inning. But it's 12-4 with Varvaro coming up, the left-handed stick of Varvaro. Or actually, we got a pinch hitter coming in. Steven Klassen steps in. Left-handed hitter Steven Klassen. The runner at second scores. If a base hit, could end this game. Lanois, Braxton Lanois, steps off the rubber. I almost think you got to put this guy on to force, to get a force. Because you can't let the guy at second base score. Load the bases and get a force here. Play another inning. Here's the pitch to Klassen. That hits him. So that loads. Well, they put him on. So bases juiced now, again, for the 6th time in the game. Last time was the 5th time. This is number 6. And that's going to bring up Alexander Westfield. So a base hit will end it. Here's the pitch, and that's what Alexander Westfield's looking to do here. 1 out, 1 strike. Low for a ball, 1-1. I tell you, unfortunately, Lanos is struggling a little bit right now, and I'd take a couple pitches here. I just would. That'll be a strike. Now you're ready. So 1-2. The side armor, a location pitcher, not a lot of heat on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and there's a shot to flips to second, over to first, double play, and they get out of the inning with minimal damage. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We head to the top of the 6th, 12-4 MCC. All right, welcome back here. As we head to the top of the 6th inning, Baldwin will step in. It's been Paternoster the whole way. Jack Paternoster. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1. Caleb had to step away, so I won't be working the ball, strikes and outs until he gets back. 0-1. Paternoster to Baldwin. Make it 0-2. Paternoster has rolled through the first 2 batters in each of the last 2 innings, but has then at that point given up a walk or a hit. Not able to get the 1-2-3 inning. Jack Paternoster throws, and there's a chopper to the first baseman. He says, I got it. He does. And that is the first out of the top of the 6th inning here with a 12-4 MCC lead. That ball is popped straight up. One pitch, 2 outs. 2 outs here in the top of 6. So Rethwich will step in. Is that Rethwich? I don't think it is. I'm sorry, it's Grayson Christie. Christie, the right fielder, has had an outstanding game in right field up here. That ball is hit. Oh, he tripped. He tripped and fell, and that's going to be a hit for Grayson Christie. He stumbled over his feet there and would have had it. I'm confident Vince Brevard would have had it, but he just tripped up a little bit. And again, unfortunately, Paternoster cannot get the 1-2-3 inning. But that'll bring up number 7. Hewitt. Down to first, back in time. So Caleb's back. So we have 2 outs. We had a runner on first. And 1 ball to the batter. Yeah, it's 12-4. Go get the batter. Right? You good? That ball is hit over the left fielder's head. He was way in, and that ball's going to roll to the wall. Hewitt on his horse round second, and he's going to stop at second, but he's going to drive in a run. So an RBI double for Hewitt, and it's 12-5. And the left fielder was just too shallow to catch up to it. Nice hit by Hewitt. So Cole Hewitt is aboard with a 2-out RBI double. And that'll bring up Rethwich. And Rethwich lofts this one into right center. And there to make the play this time, keeping his balance, is Vince Favero. And that'll be the 3rd and final out of the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of 6, 12-5. MCC on top. Welcome back here, and it's been a strange game of sorts, if you will, as we head to the bottom of the 6th, and MCC leads at 12-5. We got a new pitcher, too, by the way. It's going to be Grayson Christie. We've talked about Grayson. He comes in from right field now to take the bump for Coach Kelsey, and been a strange game, really. For MCC, 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 6 in the third, nothing in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. For Holy Trinity, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the sixth. It's just errors have cost MCC today, or have cost, I should say, Holy Trinity today, and base running mistakes. Those two combined, when you commit enough of them against a well-coached team, and the outcome is going to be like it is right now. Of the 12 runs, 6 of them, actually, not 7, 6 of them are unearned. So without the errors, we'd be looking at a one-run game. Tom Dooley, 5-5, MCC is. Skip is 4 wins away from the magical 600, and for many coaches, mythical 600 wins. It is tough to do. It has taken Coach Dooley, this is his 33rd year. He started here at Holy Trinity, or MCC, I should say. Sorry, MCC back in 1989. So, and we're going to get a pinch hitter. He's been doing a lot of running here tonight. Corey Willis will step in and get to swing the stick. So he's 4 away, and if they can hold on here, which I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, he'll be 3 away with 8 to play. And, of course, you know Brevard Sports Network will be right there for it when it happens. As Grayson Christie now on the bump. Stares down at Willis. And here's the pitch to Corey Willis. High for a ball. So Christie with a little bit of heat. The 1-0. That is inside for ball 2. So 2-0 to Corey Willis, who, as I said, has pinch run today. I'm going to throw all this up in the air.
I guarantee he'll come back with every dollar bill.
3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Make it ball 4, and this is the 6th inning. For the 5th time in 6 innings, the leadoff man is aboard. He has scored all 5 times he's gotten on. That's going to bring us back to the top of the batting order. And Nathan Westfield steps in. Nathan has got a couple of hits, scored a couple of runs today. Here's the pitch. And still, Christie hasn't thrown a strike. 1-0 high. Willis is off and running. That base is way stolen. I mean, he was gone as soon as the pitcher turned his head and looked towards home. He hadn't even lifted his leg, and Willis was off and going. They need 3 to 10-run them. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 12-5 is our score. There is a ground ball to the shortstop. Over to first. Tell you what, the shortstop for Holy Trinity has really settled some things down. Number 33, Cal Rethwich over there has done an outstanding job. Started and turned a double play last inning and has made some nice plays over there to be a very calming influence for his pitchers on the hill. But going to third on the play is Willis, and that's going to bring up Corley. Pat Corley steps in. Pitch high for a ball. Ball 1. Ball 2. He has not thrown a called strike yet. So they're close. I mean, he's close. 2-0. Steps off the rubber. Willis will be forced to go back to third. Softball tomorrow, Bayside and Rockledge. Pitch. That'll be his first called strike, and it'll be 2 balls and a strike now. Bottom 6. It doesn't matter if they score 3 or not. Top of the 7th coming up. That'll be 3 balls and a strike. So 3-1 now to Pat Corley. Strike 2, count is full. 3-2 with 1 out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That'll be ball 4. So that'll put runners at the corners with 1 out. And Paternoster, certainly a player of the game candidate, stepping to the plate. He is the winning pitcher of record today. Should MCC hold on, and again, I'll say it, I'll repeat it, with a 7-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't. But stranger things have happened. Off speed is low and outside for a ball. Excuse me. Coming up Friday, starting 9 o'clock in the morning, it'll be the Cape Coast Conference Track and Field Championships. And that night's lacrosse, Viera Hawks, and Oviedo Lions. That'll be a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Paternoster, 1-1, and he waited on that one. That's a chopper, but it'll go foul. That'll move the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Runners, I got to put the runner on first. Runners at first and third here. Just 1 out. Paternoster, the 10-run batter, the winning run, I should say, in terms of if he scores. If he hits 1 out, it's over. That'll be outside for a ball. And again, as many games as I've done here, I've only seen that happen once. And Nick Durgin did it. But boy, did he do it. Actually, you know what? I've seen it happen twice. Mason Denneberg hit one out of here one time, too. Mason hit one onto the roof of one of those homes out there once, I saw. Yep, Mason Denneberg did it once, too.
Makes sense that Denneberg
Yeah.
would.
3-2 now. And staying alive is Paternoster. Staying alive. My Bee Gees reference there for those of you that may not be 40-plus years old. One of the greatest all-time songs, Off and Running, and Paternoster is battling for sure at the plate, fouling off a lot of pitches. The count will remain full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll have to listen to it on the ride back to the studio. Speaking of the studio, coming up tonight at 9:30, former MCC graduate and now FSU student Hunter Steele and I will talk some sports, and that one soars over the head of everybody, but the catcher manages to come up with it, and for the 8th time today, the bases are loaded. 7th time today, the bases are loaded for MCC with 1 out. And that's going to bring up number 21, Christian Maynard. Maynard, a left-handed batter. This will be his first plate appearance today, I believe. The infield is in. I guess doing some situational play here. Here's the pitch. That ball is popped out of play for strike one. What are Hunter and I going to talk about tonight? Everything. Absolutely everything. We're going to recap the NCAA tournament. Baylor's dominant win. High for a ball. Are the Zags chokers? Did they choke? We'll give you our opinion tonight about that. We'll talk a little bit of NFL free agency. Of course, we're going to talk local sports. We'll go over the boys and girls softball and baseball rankings. Pitch. Low and inside for a ball. Maynard. 2-1. High for a ball. No place to put Christian Maynard here. $5,159 days. Strike two since MCC last lost to Holy Trinity. February 22nd, 2007. 28 straight wins they have over the Tigers. Here's the pitch. That ball is lofted foul down the first baseline, and the count will remain full at 3-2 with one out, bases loaded. Infield in from third to first. Outfield midway. The pitch. That'll be ball four. That'll walk in a run. And it's 13-5. And the 10-run player is now at second base. As Canestrari steps in. He's also had a good game today. Scored a couple of runs, too. Low for a ball. Ball one. So it's 13-5, an 8-run lead for MCC. Base hit wins it. End it, I should say. That's a strike. That's the best pitch he's thrown this inning. Drops it in for a strike. One and one. And that ball down the line, but foul. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Grayson Christie. Hit scores 1, maybe 2, and he's way late on that, but he gets a piece of it, and it'll count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. I don't know where Christie just reared back and let that one go. Probably hit the upper 70s with that one. Pitch in the dirt, gets away. Here comes the runner, and that is the 14th run of the game, and the ending run is now at third base. And the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here. Bases are no longer loaded. Runners now at second and third. Pitch. Strike 3 called. 2 outs. Number 15 stepping in, Matt Reith. So Reith's going to get an at-bat here. Reith has played left field today for MCC. Done a nice job. He's now going to get a chance to swing the stick. Pitch. That hits the bat. That was weird. That's a strike. 2 strikes to Reith. Well, you take them any way you can get them. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 10 run is at third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the inning as we head to the top of the 7th. 2 runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. 14-5, MCC on top. Seventh inning here. Caleb and I having some fun here. 4 o'clock start just makes you feel a little weird. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but bottom line is we are in the top of the 7th and looking to finish out what he started. Jack Paternoster. And Paternoster, 2 balls now to the leadoff hitter here in the top of inning number 7. Pitch. That's a strike. The batter is Sal Carlson. Strike 2. So Paternoster has battled back to even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rocks, kicks, fires, low, and the count is full. Nine-run, 14-5 lead. That ball is popped up. Play possible here. Oh! What an outstanding grab by the first baseman. Canistrari. Den-a-den, den-a-den.
That's play of the day.
Indeed, and you got it, Caleb. Good job, buddy. Good job on that one. Canistrari knows he got it, and that ball is rocketed into left field for a base hit. So a runner aboard now with 1 out. That was Wilson Hadaway, the starting pitcher for MCC. That was many, many moons ago. Luke Eiton in. What a play. That ball, again, can he do it again? Nope. That ball is out of play and off of Caleb's head. No balls and 1 strike. Huh?
Knock some sense into me.
Yeah, right. Caleb said it would knock some sense into him. He said it, not me. 0-1, and that ball is fouled off, and the count is 0-2. It's amazing how a play like Canistrari made will I mean, you can feel a little bit of electricity now, a little bit of buzz in the air. Great play by him. And that's a chopper foul as Hadaway was going on the play. It's okay. He can have second. He can take third and home. Because it's 14-5. The only strategy employed here is to get 2 more outs. And Coach Dooley will be 3 wins away. And staying alive is Aiton. See if he pulls the hook here or tries to drop in a curveball on him. Up a little. There you go. Middle frame. There you go. A little more. Perfect. I'm not putting any more bottom banners up, so we're good. Pitch. And he does indeed pull the hook. Shortstop will bobble it, and it'll be runners at first and second with 1 out. That'll be a hit. That's a tough play in the hole. Stepping in is going to be number 2, Hunter Leach. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 6 in the third, nothing in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth for MCC. 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the sixth, and it's 14-5. Pitch, strike 1 to Leach. Ball bounces in the dirt. Good job by the catcher. Espirito Sante with a good play there. He's had an outstanding game himself. It's going to be tough to pick a player of the game, but I'm sure Coach Dooley will do just fine. That'll be a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike now. This is what I call a forever inning. Could be forever to finish. That's a strike. Strike 2. 2 and 2. 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not quite deuces wild yet. The 2-2 to Leach. Outside for ball 3. 3 and 2. Jack Paternoster looking to go the whole way, the complete game. Paternoster fires inside. That'll load the bases. Has he run out of gas? Here comes Coach Tom Dooley to see. Going to ask him if he's okay. You all right? And that'll do it for Paternoster. Paternoster 6 and a third innings pitched, and in to close it up for MCC. We'll see who takes the bump here. Going to be number 11. That's going to be Caden Simcox, the third baseman, and Paternoster jumps out to where Simcox was, and Simcox bounces his first warm-up pitch to the screen. So bases are loaded. They'll need to do that 2 more times and bring them all in to catch up. It's a 9-run MCC lead. Not a save situation. Do you know what defines a save situation? A save situation is when a pitcher comes in, the winning run has to be like you're going to face 3 batters. The winning run has to be like that 4th guy in the hole. That has to be, I believe that's what it is, if I remember correctly. Let's Google it.
Google's our best friend.
Not my best friend. It might be your best friend.
I don't have the knowledge you do, so therefore it became my best friend.
A lot of times. We'll just leave it at that. A pitcher enters the game with a lead of no more than 3 runs and pitches for at least 1 inning, or enters the game regardless of the score with a potential tying run either on base, at bat, or on deck. All right, so there you go. I overcomplicated the entire process. As my mom used to say, Alan, keep it simple, stupid. All right, so Baldwin will step in to face the new pitcher, which is Caden Simcox. Simcox steps in. The base is loaded, 1 out. So according to those descriptions, this is not a safe situation. Here's the pitch. High and outside for a ball. And this game is 2 hours and 23 minutes old. Pitch from Simcox. There is a shot into right field for a base hit. That was a pitch from Simcox, I should say. And Baldwin, that ball gets away, and that's going to score 2 runs. If it rolls into the dugout, another run will be able to score, but it doesn't. So they get 2 runs there, and now they've cut the lead to 14-7, and they've got runners on second and third with just 1 out. So the situation has gotten a little bit more interesting here, Cale. Baldwin with a nice base hit there. And that's going to bring up number 11, Cass Werder. Werder steps in. Here's the pitch. And there's a dribbler to the second baseman up and over to first for the second out. But that'll score another run, and it's 14-8. But 2 outs now. And this is pitcher to pitcher. Grayson Christie over to third. Paternoster up and over to first, and that'll do it. That'll end the game, actually. That was number 7, Joe Canistrari, with the 5-3 putout. So that'll end it. Your final score, the Melbourne Central Catholic Hustlers 14, the Holy Trinity Tigers 8, 29 wins in a row for MCC over Holy Trinity. The date goes back to February 22nd, 2007. Your winning pitcher is Jack Paternoster. Your losing pitcher in this one is going to be Wilson Hadaway. We'll let you know who the player of the game is a little bit later on Talking Sports on Brevard Sports Network. Once again, your final score, MCC with the win, 14-8. For Caleb Brown, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski. We'll see you coming up in about an hour and a half with Coach Darren Bolton of the Satellite Scorpions, and then Talking Sports with myself and Hunter Steele. Have a great night, everybody. Your final score, again, the MCC Hustlers 14, the Holy Trinity Tigers 8.